Wow.
Smells
so good.
awesome. Gosh darn it, that is good.
Who'd have thought? Pumpkin spice in a curry.
Today we're taking the pumpkin spice out of your latte and we're gonna put it into a delicious beef curry. So what we have here is a fat chunk of chuck roast. And then what we have here is pumpkin pie spice. Mm-hmm. Andrew made this.
I did.
So you tell us what is in pumpkin pie spice.
The main components are cinnamon and ginger with a little nutmeg, allspice, and clove.
The benefit to doing this yourself is like, one, you're not buying a bunch of dust that's been sitting on a shelf for 19 months. And two, you can sort of customize it. But this is like, yeah, it's cinnamon forward, it's ginger forward. Mm-hmm. And like part of the thing that Dave was talking about on the episode is like, you leave out the sugar and like that's like a pretty delicious spice blend.
It is.
So we're gonna season these guys first. These are just big fat chunks of chuck roast, which are almost always on sale, basically. On the show, I think Dave had a pumpkin spice that added a little bit of chili flakes or chili to it.
Similar to a jerk rub.
We're just gonna go straight pumpkin spice. We didn't see this on Dinner Time Live. He didn't make this exact dish.
We did it with duck confit.
We figured that making duck confit, curing duck legs, cooking them in their own fat, like you had a hard enough time just getting enough duck fat to do it.
Yeah.
So like not that applicable for a home cook. So instead we're gonna do, everyone can find chuck roast, everyone can find pumpkin spice. You just toss this thing into an oven. All right, I'm gonna start it at like 375 for 20 minutes and then we'll drop it down. Let all the fat and collagen render out. That's gonna be the basis for our curry. So to wrap the story, you made duck confit and then put it into this pumpkin spice curry. So we're gonna work on the curry paste next. So this is galangal, pain in the butt to peel.
And if you can't find galangal, you can use ginger.
So a lot of Thai curries start with a paste that is a mashed up blend of sort of aromatics and spices and chili and things like that. That's sort of the basis for green curry, massaman curry, which is sort of the Persian or Muslim inflected Thai curry, and usually done with, I think, braised beef, which is why we went that direction. So it's galangal, shallot, garlic, some Thai bird chilies, makrut lime leaves, that we won't pound, we're just gonna throw them in there. This is crab paste, which is fried, desiccated, I think, crab meat. It's bringing like a little bit of that fishiness to it. So like fish sauce, if you don't have this, would you also have fish sauce here? This is a lot of garlic in here too. So like a big component of it is just that allium flavor. It smells so good. Like I think that there are probably people who are turned off by it, but no friends of ours. And then garam masala, which is a South Asian spice blend that's got more sort of like cumin and coriander in it. It doesn't just have those sort of warming spices, but we're gonna add a little bit of this to supplement as well.
And cardamom, right?
And cardamom, yeah, cardamom and cumin. And then this is tamarind paste. And it comes in all sorts of different packages. And if you're somebody who is a tamarind stickler, who's gonna harvest your own tamarind from the pod, well, you can hang out with those people who don't like crab paste, because you're also not my friend.
I'm just kind of chopping up this galangal and the shallots because they are both quite fibrous, and you might have a hard time getting them smooth in the blender.
How many garlic cloves? Let's do that many garlic cloves. 8. A big old shallot.
It's about one whole large shallot.
This was a like 3-inch nub of galangal. We'll do 4 Thai bird chilies. And one more when he's not looking. Lemongrass.
Oh yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah. Do you want to do a little pumpkin spice in there too?
That's a crazy idea, Chris, but
I know, I'm a little wild.
you're a crazy guy.
Oh, a little bit of that in there is gonna be good.
My God.
Curry crab paste. You say when?
You can go a little more.
Oh my God, even a tiny bit more than that. I'm crazy. You just like it, huh?
I do.
Nasty.
I do. I do like it.
This thing has seen better days.
Yeah, that's a nice bottle there.
Good God, man.
Oh, should we add some of the spices here?
Yeah, throw some spices in there, man. Is that gonna blend? Let's see if it'll blend.
It's gonna be awesome. You making martinis over here, or?
Like, definitely still chunks in here. And throw a little oil in it.
Let me know if you want me to pull out the mortar and pestle. Why is it when you and I get together, we have a hard time with this?
We can never puree anything. We're not the puree boys, that's for sure.
It's lacking umami. I would say more garlic.
I think a little more tamarind too, and more crab paste. We could also do, you know what, let's loosen it a little bit too.
And some oil.
Little fish sauce. A little more, I just want like a little more acidity. All right, so that's our paste.
Stuff. The base of our curry.
This is our curry base. We're gonna let this hang out. Want to make some of that life-changing coconut rice?
I got about 2 cups of rice here.
Shake these guys up just because they're always separated.
So that was 2 cups of rice.
And this is 2 cups of coconut milk.
So we don't need all that, probably just like a cup and a half.
Do a little salt, a little MSG.
I'll grab some water.
There's a lot of fat. I don't think you want to cook it entirely in coconut milk.
A little more.
Yeah. All right. Into your rice cooker slash into the rice cooker.
She's got a lot to say, huh?
It's just like my electric girlfriend over here. I'm gonna drop the heat on this down to 325. We're just not gonna touch it for an hour. And then the idea is we'll pull the meat out and then we're gonna cook everything, the curry, in that, the beef drippings and all of that good stuff. So we'll be right back. But a blink of an eye, for us it's been about 2 hours. But the beef is still beefing it up in the oven.
Beefing hard.
We're gonna get the veg going for the curry.
I'm gonna cut up these eggplants.
Eggplants. This is kabocha squash, which technically, so I was reading about this. Pumpkin is not like an exact term. There's like a whole, it's one of these ambiguous, amorphous things, but like kabocha falls into the pumpkin world. You're just slicing up some little eggplants.
Yeah, I'm gonna slice these up and I'm gonna lightly salt them to get rid of some of the bitterness.
And then what are we gonna do? We wanna just have this thing first?
Yeah. Be careful. Always be careful when handling a gourd. I find it using those serrated knife helps kind of saw through it.
I like to live on the edge. So I'm gonna scoop these. The other veg we have is bamboo.
I never used this before.
This is like a young bamboo shoots.
It's kind of got this tough outside, so you do want to kind of peel some of that off. It's really fibrous. So I'm just gonna cut it into kind of little coins like that. You can do kind of a julienne. You do whatever you want to do. But I do recommend kind of trying it as you cut it. Make sure it's not too tough. What do you think? It cooks out a little, but you can kind of tell when.
It reminds me of when I used to live in the forest with my fellow pandas.
And just munching on bamboo. Mm-hmm. Can I pull the beef out?
Yeah, pull the beef out.
Can we check that out?
At work?
Jeez. All right, I got the beef.
How are we looking?
Oof, got nice and brown. Oh, I think we're good.
All right.
So, like Chris said, that was about 2 hours. If you're in a hurry, you don't have 2 hours, you could probably cut this up into smaller pieces to speed up the process. Like this little guy right here is definitely ready. The bigger one, not so much, but we're gonna pull it up, shred it anyway, and finish cooking it off in our curry.
Are we gonna shred it? Or this is just chunks.
Not shred it, chunks, yeah, sorry.
Chunk it.
You get an extra special treat here in your pot to start off your curry with. And the technical term for that is, that's called the yum yum juice. Yeah, I was gonna say, when I took the lid off this bad boy, the aroma of the pumpkin spice was quite pleasant.
Yeah, it is. It was, for the last couple hours, it's been smelling nice in here.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna let it chill for now, right here. And then we can start our curry, right?
This is just beef drippings and yum yum juice. I'm gonna go.
You going all in, or
I'm gonna go maybe.
probably a lot, huh?
That's probably good right there.
I can save that for later, though, right? If I want to make curry again this week.
You can massage your loved one with it.
I don't think my loved one would appreciate me massaging her with curry paste, but
All right, so we're just gonna fry this paste a little bit. How you feeling there?
wow.
Smells awesome. Let's throw the veggies in there.
Coconut. We have our pepitas too. That was the idea behind the pepitas, was like a substitution for the peanuts in the
It's
mushroom.
usually peanuts, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You just let it sweat for a second. You gotta be a little careful with the seasoning all this, because you're just like all these moving parts.
especially for using this stuff.
Teeny bit of this. Beef bouillon.
Nothing wrong with a little bouillon.
I'm gonna add a little water to this one.
And then as it cooks, the vegetables are gonna release a lot of water as well. So imagine we don't want to add too much.
A little more paste.
Take a little of this too.
Yeah, a little fish sauce for sure.
I'm gonna let you do that because I've been known to put too much fish sauce in things.
We have an ongoing thing here. We've got an ongoing.
Sometimes it happens.
I'm also gonna add a little bit more of the pumpkin spice, because why not? Just a tiny bit. People keep complaining that I put sugar and everything. All right, so he's gonna chop that up and then we'll throw that in there. And in the event that you pulled this out and it wasn't as fork tender as this is, throw it in there and let that continue to braise and cook off a little bit.
And we like a little bite to this too. Chris, that's one thing Chris and I both agree on.
The only thing.
Is that you don't want to overcook this and till it's totally just falling apart, you know? You do want a little pull, little texture.
Oh yeah, here. A couple of these macroot lime leaves in there. So we'll cover this up. We'll let it simmer. Let those veg just give up all their juices to our curry. And then that'll go in last. And then that's it. We'll be done.
So close.
Be right back. All right, this has been simmering for 8.5 minutes. And most of the veg is now softened. I'm gonna toss this in. So this is the beef that we roasted and Andrew broke up.
Yes.
Now we're just tossing right
We
back
should
in
probably
there.
mention too, while we were gone, I added a little more of the just water, our water coconut milk mixture. I added a little bit.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it. If it reduces, if it gets too salty, a little more coconut milk. But that's all she wrote basically for
Another
this
thing
thing.
is, if you want to, I picked some Thai basil for us while you were off doing whatever the hell it was you were doing.
Oh, you want to throw some of this in
I
there?
think we should.
Boop, 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 boop.
Way too much. Way too much.
But like, I love like a fresh herb in something
Yeah.
like a stew like that. Meanwhile, this freaking coconut rice turned out great. Changed your
I don't
life.
know if it's life changing, but
It's super delicious though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plate this up. All right, this is the plate. That's like stupid good. That's ridiculous. God, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, that is good.
Who'd have thought? Pumpkin spice in a curry.
There's nothing different about this pumpkin spice that you made from literally what goes into pumpkin pie. Like, this is pumpkin pie spice. That's a great spice mix. That's a great curry. Pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice, pumpkin curry. What's the opposite of
Bing, 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 bing.
bing, bing?